Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to episode 43 and also issue 44 of Build the Terminator.
The Terminator, week by week, built the T-800, the killing machine that defined a generation. Easy to build with high-quality metal components. You can control sound, lights, articulated limbs, and L.A.D. eyes, and explore the Terminator universe. Build the Terminator, issue 1, just $1.99.
So hi everyone, welcome back and thanks for tuning in for the new episodes of Build the Terminator. Now unfortunately there's been a bit of a delay with the orders, hence why I've only just got these issues now. So I've received issues 43 to 46 and that is all of the left and right pelvis assembly. I have seen some of the people who are non-subscribers and they go to newsagents and they've got up to issue 50, and from what I've seen at issue 50 you're actually connecting the pelvis to the spine. So I imagine issues 48 and 49 will be the final parts of the middle of the pelvis, because from what you'll see today, as you can see here, we're just working on the left part. So obviously this is what's going to eventually allow us to mount the legs to the pelvis. So that's issue 43, and then we're also going to be working on the pelvic girdle in issue 44. So there's not much to do. I'm going to, as you've seen, merge these two episodes together. I will do the same with the other two, 45 and 46. Not very long episodes today, I think, but it's still nice to be getting a move on with the build. So anyway, let's get started. Right, so as always, I'm just going to run through the parts for you quickly. Just one other thing to mention, my mistake, it's not actually the left side working today, it's actually the right side of the pelvis. So ignore that earlier part. Anyway, so kicking off with issue 43. So starting at the top, you've got the pelvic frame. That's 43-1. That's metal, by the way. Then you have the second part of the pelvic frame. So that's also metal. Then you've got the two plastic components here. So these are the pelvic plates. So you've got those two there. And then in terms of the screws, so first of all we've got the 43-6, these are the very small ones. These are KB 2x4mm screws. So you only need one of those, there's one spare. Then you've got 3 PM 2x6mm screws, and then lastly you have 3 M2 nuts with one spare. So that's issue 43. Then for issue 44, first of all you've got this big component here. This is plastic. This is the pelvic girdle, so for the right side. And then you also have the girdle detail. Again, this is plastic. And then quite a few screws for this one. So we've got 6 of the PB 2x4mm screws, so they're the small ones. Then you've got 3 of the 2x6mm PM screws. Sorry, PB screws, and then lastly you've also got 2x PM 4mm screws, so they're the black ones. Also you need your screwdrivers, crosshead screwdrivers, and that's it. So let's get started. Okay, so for steps 1 to 5, first of all you want to cut off the plastic plates from the frame, which I've already done. And what he wants you to do, he wants you to take the one that is lettered R, there you can see that. And then what you're going to do, you're going to attach it to the pelvic plate here, so 43-1. So what we do, you'll see that there is a section here, and you're just going to line the smaller little pin there underneath, and that will thread through and hold itself in like so. So that's now connected. Once you've done that, you're going to take one of the smaller screws, so I believe that's the KB 2x4mm, and you're just going to screw that in to secure it in place. Okay, once you're happy with that, I'm happy with that. If you can see, that's all been attached. You'll then see that there's two holes here either side, and that is for the on the other side. So here, that is where we're going to put the M2 nuts. So you're looking for the hexagonal shapes, so that's what they are there. Just going to put those two of those nuts in. You might need tweezers, but I prefer to use my hands. And then once you're happy with those, that they're in place, you're then going to take component 43.2 and align that with those screw sockets. So I'm just going to switch that round. So once you've done that, flip it over, obviously holding in the nuts because they're trying to fall out the whole time. Then, like I said before, take component 43.2, and what you're going to do, you're going to align it over like so on those nuts, and then once we've done that, we can secure it with the screws. So for this part, you'll need the longer screws. So those are the PM 2x6mm. So you'll know which one those are because they're the only long ones there. And then you're just going to screw those home into the area there where we just attached that plate. So obviously make sure you're still holding those nuts so they don't fall out. That's one. Secure the other side. And there you have it, that's that stage complete. So issue 43 has been done, and we can leave this part here for the next stage in issue 44, and that's the issue complete. Okay, so welcome back and welcome to part 44. So what we do, first of all, we're going to take the pelvic girdle. And what you want to do, you want to make sure that you can see the holes here. So these are the fixing points for the pelvic frame that we worked on in the previous issue. So once you're happy with that, what you're going to do, you're going to take the pelvic frame, and you'll see that it just literally slides on to those connector points there. So it should be nice and snug, even without the screws fitted on. So there you go, you just heard that click. So that's fixed there. Once you've done that, you're going to take two of the PB screws. So I believe we want the longer ones, so it's 2x6mm screws. And you're going to secure those into the screw holes there. So let's do the first one. Try not to lose my screws and screwdrivers. And these are steps 1 to 3. Okay, it's the first one. Let's just secure the other. Just make sure they're nice and secure. Don't want to have to go back to it, so make sure they're biting well. Okay, and that's how it should look once it's complete. So that's steps 1 to 3. Now we can move on to steps 4 to 6. So steps 4 to 6. First of all, you're going to identify the 4 fixing holes. So there's 2 there, and then there's also 1 there and the other 1 there. So what you're going to do, you're going to take 4 of the smaller screws, so they are the 2x PB 2x4mm screws, and you're going to fix the pelvic girdle to the frame more snugly, because obviously you only have 2 screws in at the moment. It does feel firm, but obviously we want it as secure as it can be, and also this is what is recommended from the builders, the original creators. So I'm just going to do one at a time, nice and simple. for steps 5. This is where my magnetic screwdriver is a pain, and also having big hands with tiny screws. The other guys and girls who build this will sympathise with me with these little screws and pins. They are a chore at times, but all good things start from small and humble beginnings, and that's certainly what's happened so far of this Terminator. Okay, that's the third one. Just double check that one. And the last one. And then we are good to go. Okay, so that's all now nice and secure. We can move on to step 6. So you're going to take component 44.2, and you'll see here there is a perfect shape for that to go over. So you're just going to line it up with the screw holes, like so. And then once you've done that, we're going to secure it with some more screws. You just want to take the smaller screw, so the PM 2x4mm, and then you'll see there are 2 little screw holes, one at the bottom and then one on the higher part of the frame. So I'm just going to screw that in. So that's the first one just there. So I've just aligned that one up there, and then the other one is here. Okay, take a little bit of screwing in because it's quite long, the gap between the two. Once you're happy, as I am, that is that stage complete. So that's how it should be looking from both sides. So that's issue 43 and 44 complete.